What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. As always, if you guys are enjoying this series, make sure you leave a like on the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. In the last episode, we kind of had to pause on the Porsche build just for a moment so we could take on another story order. We did a Chrysler 300, I believe, a purplicious Chrysler 300, and we did end up making a bit of money, hopefully enough to where we can actually finish the Porsche today. I'm really curious. My end goal today is to just see how much faster the Porsche is actually going to be around the track now that, you know, it's going to have brand new suspension, a brand new engine, and overall it's just going to look a lot better. So hopefully that makes it feel a lot better as well. I don't really remember how many times we've leveled up for sure, but we now have 6 skill points available. So I think what I'm actually going to unlock is now strong arms. I guess that would be 6, right? Level 6, tier 6. So we're going to go ahead and unlock that. And that should come in handy working on the Porsche. I did also do just a little bit of work off camera on the Porsche. I wanted to make sure we had all the suspension reassembled and just ready to rock, because to be honest, it's not the most entertaining thing to watch. But while I was doing it, I thought to myself, why don't I just take all the suspension components over to the paint shop and let's just see what all we can actually spray. It turns out you can spray a lot. Actually, I need to put this thing up in the air so we get a little bit more light on it, and I'll show you guys the suspension, because I'm pretty proud of this. So I tried to base this off of my previous coilover setup that I had on like my GTI, like years and years ago. They were Solo Works coils, and those have like this bronze, I guess, strut to them, and then they had blue springs. Since the Porsche had red calipers, I just decided, you know what, we'll swap those out for blue, have them match the springs. But I love these things, dude. I just think they look so cool. No one's gonna see them, right? No one's gonna see the suspension, but we know how dope it is. So again, pretty proud of that. You know, not to toot my own horn, pat myself on the back too much, but they do look pretty good. And then on top of that, it's almost as if we sort of had the whole undercarriage powder coated, just a nice gloss black, keeping it pretty simple. So that is the update now on the suspension side of things. Of course, we can't put the rear wheels on, although we do have new ones of those, because we don't have an engine or a transmission in the rear just yet. So that's what we're going to be working on first mostly today. I'm going to start by hitting you guys with a brief time lapse disassembling the current engine. Just like that, the deed is done. This is actually a bit more interesting of an engine to tear down and possibly rebuild as well. We'll have to wait and see. But just because it's an air-cooled engine, you know, normally we work on engines that have a radiator, have a cooling system. This obviously doesn't have that, so it's configured a bit differently because of that. Not only for that though, it's also a boxer engine, so the pistons move this way. So like when you first start assembling this thing, you literally start with the crankshaft instead of the block. The block is built sort of around everything down there. It's really strange. But having said that, again, it was really cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that time lapse. We will be doing an assembly time lapse as well. However, now that we have all those parts in our inventory, we of course need to sort of go through the list that we made, tearing it down, and just kind of see what all we can repair, and we'll see what all we have to just buy brand new. Alrighty, I don't know if you guys got a very good look at our shopping list before we went through and repaired all the parts, but now that I've gone through that whole repair list and deleted what all we were able to salvage from here, it's looking a little bit better, a little bit less expensive. And actually, I think most of what we were able to repair was like the more expensive pieces of the engine, so hopefully that saves us a little bit of money in the long run. But now I think we're actually ready to just continue assembly, or I guess begin assembly. I do also want to note I'm not going to be doing any performance parts on this vehicle. Now I'll tell you why. All right, I feel as though the 911 RS America is probably more of like a purist's Porsche, right? Also, I don't really love how I didn't paint the headlight surrounds. Hang on. This is a Porsche thing, okay? They were like one of the first to do this really cool black headlight surround. I don't remember which Porsche was the first to do it, but let's see if we can at least... What? We can't? You're telling me we can't paint the headlight surrounds? I wonder if we sprayed the whole car, though, if it would work. My curiosity is probably going to cost me a bit of money here, but what I'm going to do this time is install the headlights first. There we go. Now we're going to move the whole vehicle into the paint shop, okay? Just hang on. Just hang on a sec. I know it's a little strange. We're going to spend 1,000 credits just to spray the entire car black. Okay, like I said, this is expensive. My curiosity is definitely costing us a bit of extra money here. I'm just going to remove those headlights now that they have a nice black surround to them. We'll get back in the paint shop, spray it the factory white color we had before, which is also gonna cost us another 1,000 credits. It's gonna be so worth it, you guys. Totally changes the front of the car, does it not? It just makes the headlights sort of stand out from the rest of the vehicle a little bit. Let me know what you guys think, but I myself am a huge fan. So now we can at least move the vehicle back into the garage and we'll be able to get going on that engine. And actually, before we continue, I don't really think I actually explained why I don't want to put any performance parts in this vehicle. As I think I started to say, I view this more as a purist's Porsche, right? So I don't really see the need for speed necessarily, although I'm still very curious to see how it's going to perform around the track. But nonetheless, let's get this thing assembled. Ain't that just the prettiest dang thing you ever seen in your whole life? Dude, it's a nice looking engine, right? You can't fault it for that. I do kind of regret not painting the valve covers blue, but I think we'll be all right. Tell you the truth, you know, it's a purist car, right? It's a purist car. You don't want to paint everything, although we kind of did do that on the undercarriage. Never mind that. We now gotta remove that bad boy Billy from the engine stand, come back over into the garage, we'll grab the crane, and we'll get this thing reinstalled into the Porsche. Dude, this thing's gonna be so sick. It's gonna be so sick. And honestly, I think it's gonna be a real ripper. Let's actually just make sure everything is 100% perfect. Toss her on in there, dude. Let's freaking go. A perfect fit because it is, of course, the factory engine. But now we have a global parts condition of 96%. So I missed something somewhere. Something just isn't right. Oh yeah, duh, dude, because we still have to install the gearbox, the rear drive axles, the starter. I mean, we got a good chunk of the vehicle left to go. Actually, you know what? Let's leave that open just for easy access. But with this thing up in the air, we can at the very least get the gearbox reinstalled, get the starter put back up in there, and then I think it's just axles, and we'll put the wheels on, and then we're ready to take this thing out for a rip, dude. I'm pretty pumped. I'm expecting good things, because the first time we took this thing around the track, it was like majorly down on power, and it still outperformed the Lamborghini Diablo, like the $250,000, $300,000 Lamborghini Diablo. So this car should hopefully beat its own record once again. We'll find out. I love it. I love it. Let's check the car status, make sure we're all good. Global parts condition is now 100%. The only thing we have left to do is rip out the original interior and just replace it with something new. I'll just go with the factory option. You know, I don't want to mess around too much. We'll go ahead and just move it outside so we can at least open the doors and whatnot. I gotta say, I do like the factory bucket seats. I'm not crazy about the steering wheel, but again, since we're kind of doing this more as a purist's car, I feel like it's probably important we just replace it with what we took out of it, you know? So let's hit up the interior shop. We'll see. Oh my God, $1,200 for a seat? Well, they got their pricing accurate, I guess. We're gonna go ahead and buy 2 of those, and then we just need a 964 steering wheel. I'm surprised the steering wheel doesn't actually have an emblem in the center of it. Most vehicles, I feel like nowadays, have their emblem in the center, but maybe that's not how Porsche did things back in the day. Back in when was this car actually made? Is this a 91? A 93? Oh my God, I can't ever get out of this mode. Oh, please, God help me. There it is. A 93 Porsche 911 RS America. And now with a fully completed interior, everything, I know you guys can't really see this that well, but everything is now 100%, dude. We are looking so good. Let's see, with an overall sell value of 187,000, we're looking at profiting about 137. Of course, this doesn't also calculate how much money we've had to put into, you know, buying new parts and stuff like that. So who knows how much money we're actually making. But I think we started out with 30,000 bucks. We're now down to 16,000, so doing pretty good. I feel like we're doing pretty good. Let's go ahead and turn on the old Xbox controller and we'll take this thing out for a rip. Oh, wait. Yeah, I forgot oil. I was thinking, you know, air-cooled engine, it doesn't need any fluids, but it does still need oil. Oddly enough, this vehicle doesn't have an actual oil pan. So that's like a big selling point for me, really. I always hate, you know, unbolting a 4-bolt oil pan. That's what most of them are, and it's just so incredibly unrealistic. At least this one, we don't have that issue. But all right, enough talking, dude. We should be ready to go here. Let's go ahead and pick the Porsche. Wheels are not aligned. Car may drive in an odd way. Right. We're supposed to be a professional. You know, we've owned this shop for how long now? You would think that we would at least kind of know what we're doing, what we're supposed to do, what's expected of us. But no, every time. I forget this every single time. You know what? While we're at it, we might as well align the headlights too. Okie dokie. Now we should be good, right? Dude, this thing's looking low. Like it's got a lot of body low to it. You know what I'm saying? Like the bumper just seems like it's hanging really low. I don't know really how to explain that, but we should be good. We should be good. Let's go ahead and make our way out to the track. Finally, dude. Finally. I'm pretty eager. Pretty eager. Again, apologies. Oh no, this is the speed track. This isn't the one I wanted. Oh, I must have just like misplaced my entire brain throughout the assembly time lapse or something. I'm not sure what's going on with me mentally right now, but we're actually gonna go to the racetrack. I just assumed speed track, you know, we're trying to go fast, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're actually gonna go to the correct track this time. And as I was gonna say before on the previous track, don't be alarmed if I'm not talking a whole bunch throughout this, all right? There can be a limited commentary on this for sure because this takes a laser focus. Oh my God, okay. Now it does seem to have a little bit more power, a little bit more pick-me-up. So I gotta be a little bit more cautious coming around these corners. I don't want to gas it too hard because it does sort of feel like that, still bottomed out. It does sort of feel like that rear end is gonna want to slide out around some of these corners. But it's feeling quick. It's feeling much, much faster than it did before. Ooh, not so tidy through there. Okay, that's a restart. That is a restart right there, dude. That's just gonna cook our time. Completely kill our time. Alright, here we go. Hot off the start here. Hot off the start. I don't even remember what I was talking about before. But I'm sure while we're driving it, it may come back to me. We'll see. We will see. Not doing too hot around these corners. I really need to hit the apex a lot better. Try to find a driving line that works around this course, and then we'll probably have some super fast laps. Okay, so right here, I need to be a lot heavier on the brakes. We do not want to go off course here. Tidy through there. That was looking pretty good. Back on the accelerator and braking just a tad. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking a lot better now. We're gonna do 2 laps probably. One obviously from a dig, and then our second lap will be sort of a rolling start since we'll be coming through the finish line. Again, brakes, come on. I gotta get better at that turn. That's probably the area we lose the most amount of time, but it's all good. We're gonna continue on here underneath the big tire-shaped overpass. Heavy on throttle through here. It can probably take it. We got a lot of grip. Oh, we're off course. Good though, we're good. At least there's a nice runoff there of some asphalt. Otherwise, we probably would have spun around in the dirt dust. Slow down a bit for this. Oh no, we don't need to slow down here. Now, it's been a few days since we played. I'm just trying to remember the track layout. Okay, not so hot through there either, but that's all right. I wish we could manually up and or downshift as well. I feel like that's something that could use added to the game. Here we go. A lot faster now. So this is going to be our rolling start. That was 1 minute 56. I believe our best time was 1 minute 55, 1 minute 54 maybe. I can't remember. We are back on that long straight, though. I'm going to make sure we're ready on the brakes. It's a lot squirrelier, too. Something I've noticed. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yup, dude. That was nice. Minus the bottoming out and possibly, you know... Wait, we don't have an oil pan. We can't smash it. Never mind. I was going to say, we might have just torched our pan, but we're good. We're cruising, dude. Absolutely cruising here. Okay, and now this is going to go to the right. This is that one turn that always sneaks up on me. It starts to turn, but then gets tighter and tighter and tighter as the turn goes on. I believe that's called a hairpin. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Underneath that tire overpass again, dude. Doing a lot better on our time, I feel like. Right here, we're going to try to hold this as flat as we can. I did lift a little bit. We got to sort of slow down for this last section there. I'm feeling good though. I'm feeling confident. We're gonna be able to surpass that original lap time that we set. I really can't remember if it was 1 minute 54 or 1 minute 55. Much faster through here. 2 brakes. No. Don't hit the wall. Don't hit the wall. We're good. We're good. Still a good time. Still a good time. I'm still having a good time. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Come on. We're right there. We're right there. Can we do better? 1:52. 1 minute and 52 seconds, dude. That is seriously our best time ever around the racetrack. I'm loving it, dude. I'm loving it. That is a solid finish from us. And just like that, we're back at the garage, back in the test path room, and I think that's probably where we're going to wind down this episode at for today. But once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.